EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New Orleans Saints. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And we are underway here on EA Sports. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Kamara trying again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it? Defensively, they're in a prime spot. And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there. And I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason. And what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays that are executed, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. So he understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Broken tackle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Down to the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Levis back to throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Levis to throw it. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Second down. Here's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Completes it to Perry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
1st and 10. Here's Levis. Flush to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Levis. They'll roll him out right. That is incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Levis on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
They go play action with Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. On first down, Levis. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
He'll buy some time right. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Kamara up the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. Dancing to it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Levis, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Levis now on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
2nd and 10. Levis to throw off play action. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as the tackle made up near the 35. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they have Diane sneaked out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop 1 pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Levis now off of play action. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Threw down at the feet of his receiver.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Now Levis. They'll roll him out right. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now a 2nd and 2. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Hurts on the option right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach...
He's got him in, complete. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, 45 yards. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Levis. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Back to throw, it's Levis. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
That one complete down the field to Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to... Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jordan Davis in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. Here's Levis. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Play action. Here's Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just didn't sink thus far. They've done a nice job against him. Still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 19 yards away. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team, because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And the Saints will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far, good second half, and you know, sometimes I guess maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back, and essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. It's a gain of 35.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And they're going to speed things up here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Garrett Williams. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Levis. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that.
And my goodness, another. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Flush to his right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here's Swift.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Flushed out right.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They go play action with Hurts.
Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Isaiah Foskey brings him down.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Levis looking to throw. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Levis to throw it.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Jordan Davis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Levis to throw off play action. He lets it go deep for Olave.
That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. A give. This is Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Levis back to throw.
He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Levis on 3rd down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go.